Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Girl Up.
What's up?
I'm joined today by Zachary Ramsey.
Glad to be back. Always a good time.
Yes, you were here for step parenting.
Yeah, stepping up.
Stepping up. Oh yeah, that is what it was called, huh?
Heck yeah.
I want you to repeat for the audience what you told me in the car on the way here. Do you remember?
Can you jog my memory?
I don't remember. I don't even remember what we were talking about, but you said those magic words. You said that I was.
I love you?
No. You said I was right.
Oh, yeah, you were right.
I just want that to be documented for the world to hear.
Mm-hmm.
Tell them I was right.
She was right.
It doesn't happen
often.
Can't
recall what it was.
I don't remember what it was either. But I was right. So
some trivial thing.
It might have been about the blue moon. We were looking at the blue moon.
Yes.
Maybe that the moon was full today. I don't remember either.
No.
But it doesn't happen very often, so I gotta have it documented.
Yes.
Have you ever heard the saying secrets are no fun?
No, I have not heard that.
You've never heard that before?
No.
That's like people said that growing up. Secrets are no fun. Unless you tell everyone, something like that. Is that how it goes? You never heard that?
No, just like secrets don't make friends or something
Secrets don't make friends. I heard that one, but there's like one that goes, secrets are no fun.
But I didn't like do double dutch or anything like that.
Yeah. I'm trying to think if that was like a patty cake type of, or
I don't know, I didn't do patty cake either.
Okay. Are you good at keeping secrets?
Yes.
Am I good at keeping secrets?
No.
Especially in regards to what, like presents?
Presents, surprises of any kind. Those are pretty much all your secrets as far as I know.
No, that's what I'm talking about. Like,
yeah, no, you cannot stand. You're like, I ordered this thing. It's not going to be here for 6 months, but this is what it is.
Yeah, that's why I don't buy Christmas presents.
Are you excited? I'm like, yeah, that's cool. Until
like a week before, because I can't. If I bought Christmas presents ahead of time, I would never be able to keep it a secret.
Right.
But you're better about it. You could hold the surprise forever.
Well, yeah, the suspense and the anticipation and the unwrapping and everything is the most, like, that's the whole best part of giving stuff.
Yeah, not to me. I can't. It kills me. What do you think? What do you think the rule is as far as secrets? Like if someone tells you a secret, and they're like, "Don't tell anyone."
As long as they're not like endangering themselves or somebody, or anything like that.
Well, I just mean like as it concerns to me. Like if someone's like, "Hey, don't tell anyone," that means like besides your spouse, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna come tell you most likely.
Like if someone is like, "Hey, you can't tell anyone," I figure that just means excluding Zach.
Yeah, for the most part.
Do you think there'd be any
most things I would probably come tell you.
What would be like the exception? I mean, like unless you'd think I just wouldn't even like care, but like
I don't know. It would just depend like how like personal or whatever it kind of was. If somebody was going through and they didn't want it out or just whatever kind of thing.
Yeah.
Just
Okay, so today, if you have not guessed, the theme is secrets, and
I had a clue.
I'm not good at keeping secrets, so I'm pretty obvious about most things.
Very transparent.
Transparent, that's a good word. I don't think that's a bad thing.
No.
Okay. So the first one is, am I the jerk for telling my sister's secret to my husband? Okay. My sister recently informed that she is undergoing surgery for a possible breast tumor and asked me not to inform anyone. They think at best she is stage 3. This was a real shock, and I wasn't able to hide it from my husband when he came home later, and he asked me directly what was upsetting me, and I told him. Flash forward to 2 weeks later, and I was talking to my sister, and it came out that I told my husband. My sister was really upset and accused me of betraying her and said she never wanted to talk to me again, and that she wished that I'd been the one diagnosed. And then and then she told everyone else in the family that I had blabbed her secret, but failed to mention that it was to my husband. I've received texts and calls from upset family, but I haven't corrected them. I feel like I've said enough, and anything at this point is bound to make things worse. Bottom line, I feel like keeping secrets from my husband is not a good idea for me, but am I the jerk?
Yes and no. Yes, for telling her that you told him.
Right.
I would just not have said that, because I probably would have come back and talked to you and been like looking for guidance or advice or whatever,
right.
Or just to talk it out. And because that'd be pretty heavy with one of my siblings or whatever.
Yeah.
And gone back and said, "Oh, well, we talked about it and blah 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 blah
Right.
blah." I would just bring our ideas as mine or whatever.
Yeah, and it says that it came out that I told my, so it doesn't sound like she was like purposefully trying to tell her that she told. It was just like, oops, yeah, I told my, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
put in her mouth.
But it's like when your sibling is diagnosed with stage 3 cancer and you're upset. I don't know that that's something I would be able to physically hide from you.
Yeah, yeah. Because then I'd be like, "What's the matter? What's going on?" Da 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 da. And if you're not telling me, I'm thinking it's me. And
yeah, and I would understand if she like went and told a bunch of people or her friends. But I mean, your spouse.
Yeah.
About your sibling being sick, you know?
No, if like she told the spouse, but then the spouse goes and tells a bunch of people or something.
Yeah. Then you're liable for that.
Yeah.
But hopefully you can keep it between.
Sorry for our dog. He's has
real upset
separation anxiety.
He'll lay down in a second.
Yeah.
Anyway, the overall vote. What do you think the overall vote was? The jerk or not the jerk?
I would say no.
Although so overall vote is not the jerk, but a lot of people said everyone sucks here because that's an option too. It's like you're the jerk, you're not the jerk, or everyone sucks here. And a lot of people said everyone sucks here. A secret is a secret.
Yeah.
And I just don't agree with that. I think spouse is the one exception. Again, unless it's something like that directly affects them, like, you know, if your sibling's going to possibly die, it's not like she was like, hey,
Well, I don't like you going and talking to your friends about us because I know it's going to get back to their husband.
Yeah, I guess so, but that's not, that you're talking about, like, problems with us or something. You know, this is different. It's like if you were sick, well, it's the opposite. It's not someone telling on their spouse. It's confiding in your spouse.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
No, I said no.
Okay.
But I think the sister overreacted totally.
Yeah, I think so too. Saying that she wished that she was diagnosed instead of her.
Yeah.
That's pretty dramatic.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty hurtful. Like, I wish you were dying and not me.
Right. Yeah, that's messed up.
Yeah. Okay, the next one says, the next one is a little bit lighter. And this next one is a little bit lighter. It's kind of silly to me, but it says, am I the jerk for accidentally peeking at my girlfriend's grocery bill and figuring out her secret family recipe?
Yes.
So it's like if I had a secret family recipe and I told you couldn't have it, and you went and like looked at the grocery bill to figure it out.
Yes, I would be very butthurt. I'm like, I am family. I can perfect the recipe. We can open a restaurant.
You're always thinking more grandiose.
Yes.
Yeah. So this is a week ago. I had dinner at my girlfriend's place, and her mom made this absolutely divine pasta. She said the sauce recipe had been craftily modified by her family across generations, and everyone who learned of it was sworn to secrecy. Later, I was craving it again, so I asked my girlfriend to make it since she knows the secret family recipe. She agreed and went out to get groceries for it, along with some other stuff I asked her to pick up for me. After dinner, I asked her how much I owe her for the stuff she bought for me, and she said, I don't remember, just check the bill. I checked it, and while looking for my stuff on it, I found a bunch of really unique and surprising ingredients that I figured she must have added to the pasta sauce. I really love reverse engineering dishes and figuring out their recipes, so I had some suspicion already. The rest of the ingredients that she already had at home, I figured out by taste. So I decided to try hand at the recipe based on the information at hand and made what I can call a pretty much perfect copy. I had her try it to confirm, and she asked me how I managed to figure out the mystery ingredients, and I confessed the grocery bill was a big help. She's kind of upset because she suspected I tricked her into making it and saying that she failed her family by not guarding the recipe well enough. After I explained myself, she believes it was an accident, but thinks I should have pushed it out of my mind as soon as I learned about it and respected the secrecy instead of making the sauce.
Yeah, maybe you should have just left well enough alone.
Yeah.
Some boundaries aren't meant to be crossed. And still, I mean, it's like you can guess all the ingredients, but you still don't know exactly how much.
Right, like he really went out of his way to like make it.
Yeah.
And like put it all together instead of just keeping it to himself. Again, it's like the last story, like you didn't have to share that you knew that you shared the secret.
Yeah.
You didn't have to share that you
like,
knew
don't
the
mess
recipe.
with tradition and stuff like that.
Yeah. Maybe, yeah. You thought you and your family had a special tradition to be passed down, but not anymore.
Right.
But
now, what does she leave the children?
Nothing. She should have maybe not
student loans.
She should have thought about maybe protecting it a little bit better instead of being like, hey, I mean, I know maybe you're just not thinking about it, but like, if it's really that big of a secret to you,
just leave the receipt laying around, or did you get in her phone?
And telling him to like
how
check
hard did you have to work to get the shopping list?
Well, she told him to go check it for the total.
Oh.
If it was really that big of a secret, like, would she have just
said,
"Hold on, I'll get the total for you"?
Yeah, especially if she knew he was like really wanting to figure it out or know it or whatever.
Yeah, yeah, he had already asked about it before.
Yeah, well, then it's on her, I guess.
Yeah, sounds like you though. I like to reverse engineer. Did you make things from taste? Because you like to cook. I don't know if people know that you like to cook.
No, like at Chili's, I mean, I just followed whatever recipe they had. I never really
ventured out on your own.
Tasted anything like that.
No, you used to make up some crazy concoctions though.
Yeah, stuff was like the honey chipotle and the white queso
on nachos.
On the tostadas with the BB wings.
Yeah,
they're super good.
That was good. What else did you make?
The quesadillas, which is pretty much the same stuff. Yeah, just a quesadilla.
You just made stuff that you would like.
Yeah, and but you like the tostada with all the lettuce and tomato and pico and stuff. Like that.
Oh yeah,
guacamole.
That was really good.
And like I still make guacamole pretty much just like I made it at Chili's because everybody likes it at Chili's. Yeah. Everybody always thinks it's good. So
you've never tasted it though.
I've never tasted it once.
You wouldn't taste it.
No.
What if I was like, please taste this?
I would think it was gross.
Yeah. Yeah, you wouldn't even. You're so picky.
I know I don't really care for all the things individually, so.
But what if it's the combination that you enjoy and you just never knew? Like, don't knock it till you try it.
I'm good.
Overall vote on that one is that he is the jerk. They're like, there's no reason for you to go out of your way to ruin something that meant a lot to her and her family.
Yeah. If she'd really explained to him what a big deal it was and everything like that, then he should have just
left it alone. Mm-hmm. Yeah. They're young. They're like 23 and 24. So
especially if it's like a daughter-to-daughter thing and
daughter-to-daughter.
Yeah, I know. It just said family.
Like
everybody
that knows, daughter.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, especially if it's a woman tradition. Those women are emotional.
Mm-hmm. That'd be cool. I wish my family had stuff like that.
Yeah.
Where it was like tight knit or anything.
You know how many traditions that your family's passed down?
Not really. Just like my nuclear family or whatever, we just like just some stuff at Christmas. Like we'd always watch like Fiddler on the Roof for some reason. Like we're Christian, and that's not necessarily a Christmas movie or anything, but whatever reason we watched it
at Christmas. Yeah,
but it's a good movie. It's a really good movie.
It is a good movie. I'm trying to think if I've seen the movie. I've seen the play, like live. I've seen a live version, but I don't think I've ever seen the movie.
The play is the same guy from the movie as the main character.
I don't think mine was.
Or some whatever his name is.
I saw it at Dallas, like a playhouse in Dallas. I don't think it was the same.
Not like the Broadway production of it.
No. I wish. Any other traditions?
Well, we do the Elf on the Shelf now, and had that going a few years strong. It's getting really hard to think of stuff
we haven't done in years past.
Yeah.
And I bet this is the last year we have Jackson. I don't even think he'll make it through this season.
Oh, yeah.
But maybe they'll just like do it for each other, because Noah helped us with it last year.
Yeah. So. We have another kid.
Yep. Pass it down to them.
And bring it back.
Yep.
What else do we do?
What do we do, like us personally? On the spot, I have to think about it.
We're just kind of like our Christmas routine. We get up and we do our thing, and then we go to your parents, and then come back home and chill. For the most part, that's how we always do Christmas. All the other holidays kind of change, but that's pretty much what we always do.
Christmas Eve when the boys get back, like popcorn, watch a movie in Christmas pajamas. Like pick a movie to watch. So yeah, traditions are fun.
Yeah.
Traditions are fun. I can only think of like Christmas stuff now. I can't even think of like any other traditions any other time.
Yeah, no.
Birthday skating for Jackson, kind of a tradition.
Yeah, to go roller skating.
Yes.
For his birthday.
He's liked to do that every year since he was.
And every year we're like, oh, we're gonna all get our own skates and stuff, and we never do.
And we never do.
Freaking expensive.
And then every year when we pay for the skate rental, we're like, we should get our own.
It's not even that it's that expensive. It just hurts your feet so freaking bad. And we always go for like 4 hours and skate the entire time.
And then our feet are like bleeding.
I have like a sweat shower.
Skating's fun.
Yeah, I wish other parents and stuff would skate more. They always come in, they do it for like 5 minutes, and then they stop.
I think the only people that skate the whole time are like the Martins. They skate the whole time.
Yeah.
Or people chasing their toddlers. We just don't have toddlers, so we're like on our own skating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's a good workout. You can't tell like how hot you're getting for a while just because it's the air's so cold and you're skating fast, and so the wind's blowing in your hair and stuff or your face or whatever.
So you stop for a second and you're like, ugh, I'm gross.
And then it's like, oh, I need to go get back in that air and then start going fast again, but you're working so hard.
Yeah.
But it's fun.
It is a lot of fun. I really enjoy that. Okay, this one's on the opposite end. So it was like someone who was like, obviously I'm going to tell my spouse, and this person says, am I the jerk for not telling my wife a secret I promised to keep? So it's like the opposite.
It depends on who's telling this. It's like I see both sides all the time, and it's all like context. And
It is. Okay. A friend of mine's wife had gotten pregnant, and on a night out, he took me away from everyone to tell me the awesome news, but asked me to promise not to tell anyone. My wife's friends are also in the same group, so he asked if I could please not tell her, especially as his wife was only 8 weeks pregnant, until they had attended their 12-week scan, to confirm everything was okay. So, 12 weeks, I don't know if you know anything about pregnancy, really. We've not experienced. So, 12 weeks is like the end of the first trimester, and that's when you're more than likely to be in the clear from miscarrying, or you get a 12-week scan and you can confirm that the baby's healthy. Like, up until that point, a lot of people don't tell because it's like pretty easy to lose baby or whatever.
Yeah.
I agreed and kept it to myself. Week 12 comes along and the pregnancy is announced. I told my wife how happy I was to be able to talk about it with her, having known for a while, which is when the argument started. She feels that as the wife, there should be absolutely no secrets, regardless of if anyone wants to keep it from her. Am I the jerk for not telling her after making a promise that I wouldn't?
I don't think that's something she should be mad about being kept hidden.
I mean,
it's not like anything that would affect them or their marriage or anything like that.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't get it really. Like, I cannot believe you didn't tell me about
your sister
our friend's
confessed
pregnant.
her feelings for me, and I just like didn't say anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like nothing happened. I just never said anything. But still, it looks suspect or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, that's totally a different situation there.
It was a good analogy.
Yeah, the pregnancy of a friend doesn't really.
What I'm saying, yeah, it's not like that.
It doesn't affect them directly at all, and she was gonna find out.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, what would she have done differently?
It's like, well, I don't know, like I said, if it's gonna work out, and I don't want to go tell everybody and make a big deal about it. So then, when it doesn't, like I already have to think about it and live with it, and then everybody's like, "Oh, I'm sorry," and and it's just like more reasons to be thinking about it and stuff like that, which I would understand. So.
Well, it's like, what would she think was gonna happen? They were just gonna sit around and talk about her friend's pregnancy all the time. Like, what? Really, you would have been like, "Oh, okay," and then you would have to be liable to keep it secret. But it was
secret. The wife's friend, but she told the husband and not the wife.
She didn't tell the husband. Her husband told the husband.
Oh.
No, yeah, the wife didn't say anything. It was like the two guys, the guy told his friend and said, "Don't tell your wife."
Well, yeah, he was keeping the secret for his friend.
Yeah. And again, if it didn't negatively impact them, because if it was something where it was like, "Don't tell your wife," but it's like, "Nah, I need to tell my,"
Yeah.
Yeah. So this says there's like some edits. It says, thanks for all the responses, everyone. Here's to clarify a few things. The scan on the baby went well. They have a healthy baby. I don't think my friend was the jerk. He was excited and probably nervous before the scan because everyone was saying like, well, your friend is really the jerk because he wasn't supposed to tell anyone and he told you. You know?
Yeah.
That's like if I was like, hey, we're not telling anyone yet, and you told your friend. I don't know.
I feel like I would probably tell somebody that.
Yeah.
I would probably tell Cedric.
Yeah.
I think everybody deserves like a confidant.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Again, it's like don't tell anybody, and then you're like in your head, you're like,
I wouldn't tell anybody that I would think was gonna go tell anybody though.
Right. Right. Well, like this edit says, my wife can tend to tell her mother and sister secrets that they shouldn't or don't need to know. And I don't think she would have let on about this, but my friend was probably worried that she might. The overall vote was not the jerk. It says, as long as this wasn't something established when you got married. My wife and I are happily married, and I know we have each kept things from each other until the right time. Mostly surprises are things that are just other people's business. If it were something absurdly important like life or death, then yeah, I would break some secrets.
Look, if you want to get married, I just want you to know you better tell me about any secret pregnancies you hear about.
Right. like why would that
so specific?
Yeah. Well, that's what it says. It says if it were something
they mean like no secrets
like,
or something
yeah,
like that.
Like period. But like if it's someone else's business over a pregnancy announcement, she's definitely overreacting. That's what it said.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I was listening to Two Hot Takes, and they just did a story about they told like it was like the guy's mom that they were pregnant, and they're like, we are not telling anyone. Like, we're not telling.
Yeah.
And she waited like 2 weeks, and then she posted it on Facebook, and they were like, and they didn't they lost the baby.
Oh shit.
And so then the guy commented, and he was like on the post, and he's like, actually, we just lost the baby a couple days ago. And then she was all upset. She's like, you made me look so dumb. Like, why didn't you tell me? And he's like, we weren't ready, but that's why we told you not to tell anyone. You know, but that's why, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Can get you in trouble. Secrets. This one has to do with
the webs we weave. It's just easier telling the truth.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we're not talking about lying, but
like omission. But
yeah.
not even that. It's just like waiting until the right time.
Don't tell people secrets. Keep it to yourself.
Yeah. That's the motto. Loose lips. Oh. That's like one of those tongue twisters. What was I trying to have you say the other night?
I don't know. Something about a biscuit maker.
A box of biscuits.
A box of mixed biscuits and a biscuit mixer.
Say it again.
A box of mixed biscuits and a biscuit mixer.
That's the best time you've done it. Look, you just needed some pressure.
Mm-hmm. I was thinking about it all day. I'm just kidding. I hadn't thought about it till now.
There's like a TikToker who has her dad say like tongue twisters, and he's like this cute little old guy.
And he cannot.
And he cannot do it.
Even close. It's like, are you even trying? It's like you're trying to be bad, aren't you?
He's such like a cute old man. He's like the most old man though.
Yes.
Like bald with the
quintessential old man.
With the what is that even called? Where you're bald on top, but you've got like a ring of hair around the back, you know?
The friar tuck. Like, I don't know. Like monks would shave their heads like that back then.
It's so weird.
That's the hanging on for dear life.
Noah's hair was like that when he was born. Like it was kind of like bald on top, but he had like the strip around the edge.
Yeah.
It was funny. He looked like a little old man. Okay, I don't know why a lot of these secret stories tend to be about babies, but this one is, am I the jerk for, quote unquote, lying to my mother-in-law about the gender of our baby after she promised to keep it a secret? You need all the context.
By me again?
Okay, it says, am I the jerk for lying to my mother-in-law about the gender of our baby after she promised to keep it a secret? I'll explain. I didn't really want a gender reveal party, but my husband's family made a big deal about it, so I agreed to it. My mother-in-law was convinced that I already knew the gender, and insisted that I tell her. I totally did not know, and I told her that. She wore me down after about a month of bothering me about it. She begged me and promised that she wouldn't tell anyone. This was all via text. I told her it was a girl. even though I did not know what the gender was.
Okay, so she just
She literally did not know. Yeah, she was just
not like she intentionally said the opposite.
Yeah. She was just like, fine, it's a girl.
Right, just to get her to be quiet or leave it alone or whatever.
She said, I figured it was a 50-50 chance and it would get her off my back. Right. Well, she lied. When we cut the cake to reveal a blue inside, there was a really awkward silence. She had told literally all the guests from her side of the family so they could bring appropriate gifts.
Oh, shit.
My friends and family quickly gathered around to congratulate us on our son. She came over and hissed at me that I made her look stupid. I reminded her that she had promised me that she would not tell anyone. She said she never promised, so I pulled up our text conversation. Some of the family were right there when I did that, so they heard her admit that she had lied and never intended to keep that promise. She said it was a jerk move and that I only did it to embarrass her on purpose. I again reminded her that I had told her on multiple occasions that I did not know the gender. My husband wants me to apologize to keep the peace. I probably will, but I don't think that I was a jerk like she seems to think I was.
Yeah. The mom messed up.
Yeah.
But then, shouldn't have said anything. Shouldn't have told her either way or whatever. Well, just dealt with it. I get it, it's annoying or whatever.
But just it was like, how can you convince someone, like, I literally don't know. Why do you keep asking me?
Right.
And then
she wants to tell everybody so she can surprise them with gifts and be the best mother-in-law, right, grandma ever.
Right. So it's selfish. Obviously. It's like about her.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. I mean, yeah, I don't think this girl is the jerk.
You know that she's not going to or whatever.
Yeah.
Keep it a secret, so.
Yeah.
What did you expect? But yeah, these people are all super petty.
Yeah.
These are just like suburban housewives with nothing to do on Reddit. That's why it's all about babies and stuff, because they're just sitting there with their babies. And like,
maybe. A lot of people say, I'm sorry you embarrassed yourself by lying is the only apology I would be willing to give. I'm sorry I trusted you to keep this between us. I'm sorry for thinking you could act like an adult. I'm sorry you can't be trusted with news. These are all funny.
But yeah, I would just like be straight up. I'm like, you were driving me crazy. You wanted an answer. I didn't have one. You wouldn't take, I don't know, for an answer.
Yeah. What did you expect me to do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, you need to get, this is her mom or mother-in-law?
It's her mother-in-law.
I'm like, yeah, you need to get your mom.
I've always thought that too. Like, if there's an issue with your family, you handle.
I'm not gonna like argue with them. Like we're not communicating or something. Like you need to go smooth it out.
Yeah, and that would be my responsibility because it's my family.
Yeah,
I totally think that.
Like when you're like, I'm sorry, like don't be mad. I just kind of like got into it with Lauren or whatever, and I just like immediately called Lauren and got into it with her and defended you.
Yeah. Yeah, that was like, hey, this is what happened. I'm handing it to you.
Yeah.
You know, I apologize to you. Like, hey, I didn't mean to cause conflict. No. You handle it.
She was totally in the wrong, and
yeah,
I don't blame you for like reacting emotionally or whatever. But.
Yeah, but I've always thought that like,
and she was just wrong. Like the whole thing she thought about the dog and everything. Like we were trying to do the best thing for the dog. Yeah. We had this dog, couldn't keep it. It was the worst thing ever. Had to take it to the pound, and
a dog that walked up on us. She was making it out
like we were blaming the dog, like it was a bad dog, and I was just like, no, we just literally don't have the time or the energy.
Well, no, we didn't go out seeking that dog either. She just wandered up and it didn't go away.
Yeah,
and it just didn't work out. Yeah. And then we got a dog that we actually did like seek out, and that was a problem. Anyway. Yes, I think mother-in-law's crazy. Good luck with that, with the parenting and stuff.
My mother-in-law, however, is fantastic.
Oh, so are mine. Two, both of them. Mm-hmm. They're both great. Let's see.
Both of your mother-in-laws?
Well, I mean, your mom and your stepmom.
Oh yeah, Amy.
I'm like, right? I mean, I would assume. Okay. Am I the jerk for telling my best friend's secret? My
We shall see.
my best friend and I live about 300 miles apart, so we FaceTime. How far apart is 300 miles? Like a couple hours? 3 hours? 4 hours?
Probably like closer to 4
4 hours?
I think
I'm a
to like
terrible
my
judge
mom's
of
house,
distance.
it's like 150 or something like that. It's about 2 hour drive.
Oh, really?
I think so.
150 miles to Waco?
To my mom's house in Trent Spring.
Yeah, like a little outside. I was thinking that would be
It
about
might be
300
less,
miles.
130 or
Huh.
something like that.
So 300 miles is far.
Yes.
Okay. I'm a terrible judge.
That was like about as far as we went camping.
We don't talk about camping.
Yeah.
Camping was not a good situation for us this year.
Story for another
That's a story
episode.
for another day. So we FaceTime approximately 4 times a day. That's a lot. Yesterday,
That was a lot of FaceTime.
that's a lot of just being on the phone with somebody in one day.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, yesterday the topic came up about periods, and she very casually said that she no longer gets hers and cannot have kids. Fast forward to later last night, and we are on FaceTime again, and this time my fiance is with me, and my fiance said,
how old are they? Is she like menopause, or does she have a hysterectomy or something?
It does not say.
Get her tubes tied?
It doesn't say. It doesn't say why. It doesn't say how old. This one doesn't have.
I need deeds.
I'm sorry. My fiance says, dang, friend, whatever the name is, are you on your period? Directed towards my friends. Like they're FaceTiming. And
how are they supposed to know?
And I said to him, well, no. But I said to him, not even realizing somewhere along the lines of, no, dummy, she can't get them or have any kids.
Oh.
So she just straight up like,
yeah.
I realized my mistake after I looked at my phone, and she looked so mad and immediately hung up. She never told me that it was a secret.
I don't know. It's personal.
Yeah. But
I could see you just like saying it on accident, but like you're definitely still wrong, whether you intended to do it or not.
Definitely think she owes her an apology.
Yeah. How would you...
Even if it was just a mistake and she didn't say like, hey, sorry, I just very casually
definitely
spilled your secret in front of you.
That.
Yeah. I think she knew it right away too.
Full foot in the mouth.
Yeah, all of the comments. You're the jerk. That's definitely too personal, even to reveal to your significant other in private, let alone on a live chat. Also, your fiance is kind of a jerk for saying, are you on your period?
Right. Or I'd be like, don't make it weird, but like, don't ever say anything about like a baby.
Well, and I feel like I would just tell that, I would be like...
But then that might then be like over conscious about it, you know?
Thinking so hard about it all the time, like, don't say babies, don't say babies.
And so I went to pick up a baby, I mean like a ball. And they just accidentally say it, just having these Freudian slips where they're just saying baby in conversation.
Oh, I thought you meant like you were really talking about a baby, but you're trying to cover it with a ball. But you just mean like you're slipping the word baby in on accident. Yeah. It's like you're concentrating so hard on it that you just on not saying it. Oh, the OP does comment and say she is in her mid-20s, just to put that out there.
Okay.
So, not menopausal, just something wrong.
Yeah, so then that would definitely be like a touchy sore spot.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, for sure.
Because you're in your midlife, or not like you're becoming like a full adult and stuff. And you're like, what am I going to do with my life? How do I? And then you're coming to the grips with not being able to pass on.
Yeah, especially if that's like something she always wanted. Like,
yeah, some people like they just live to be parents.
Yeah. Me. Okay. Am I the jerk for sharing my boyfriend's secret?
To be determined.
All the titles are not helpful. I, 21 female, have been dating Jacob, 27 male, for 6 months. He's generally a private person, but knows that I tend to confide in my friends a good amount. Excuse me. Recently, he told me he was diagnosed with bipolar disorder a few years ago. We didn't talk about whether it was okay to share with others, so I didn't tell any of my close friends. I did, however, ask for advice from a friend whose brother also has bipolar, so I could learn more about it and how to help in her experience. My boyfriend doesn't enjoy deep talk, so I didn't want to bother him too much with questions, and I wanted to hear about other trusted people's experience, since Reddit seems to paint a very negative picture, and I didn't feel it was healthy to keep reading all those posts. I realize now that I may have crossed his boundaries. I know he prefers I was more private, but also knows that I'm not like that, so I can't tell how he'd view this. I do plan to tell him that I asked others for advice, but I wanted to come here and ask, am I the jerk?
I would say no. Again, like the same thing about earlier with the sibling that had terminal cancer or whatever. You just want to help and you're concerned about the person, and like you said, you don't want to bug them with questions and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But again, I would just like try to not let it get back to them or whatever.
Yeah. Well, and she hasn't even told him yet that she asked for advice. She's just saying before I do tell him, is he gonna be mad, basically. But like she said, she didn't go like blab to her friends. I think her intentions are good. Like she's not just out there gossiping. She's just like, hey, someone else who's experienced this, what can I expect? How can I be helpful?
Well, as they say, the road to hell is paved with good intentions.
Yeah.
Whether, you can hurt people whether you have the best intentions or not sometimes.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I wouldn't say that just they didn't say that it's a secret is reason enough to not keep it a secret.
Yeah, I wonder if like people in his everyday life like know that.
Mm-hmm.
Not that like mental illness is a pretty common thing.
Or you
People
could just
take
talk to the
medicine.
person about it, ask the questions, but you don't have to tell them who it is that you're asking about. When you're going up and you're like, I have this friend, 9 times out of 10 they're going to think you're talking about you yourself,
right.
anyways.
Yeah.
And but then you could tell them, you're like, I talked to this person about it, never mentioned you, wasn't anything about you or anything, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, but this is why, I just want to try to help you out, and
yeah,
I don't want to be over like doting or whatever. But
surprisingly,
and all the negative stories on Reddit, they're probably about people that were like not taking their meds properly and had a whole bunch of other stuff going on, because it is manageable.
Yeah. Well, Reddit doesn't have as many like feel good happy stories. Like if you're looking for negativity, you're gonna find it.
Right. Mm-hmm.
It's
just
like
for
the pot of crazy.
What are we talking about?
Bipolar.
With bipolar.
Yeah.
It's serious. I can't remember I just can't remember things.
Yeah.
Okay.
Overall vote is you are the jerk. Like everybody, surprisingly.
Mm-hmm.
So they disagreed with us. You're the jerk. You can't keep a secret. People's diagnoses are not for you to share. This person says very soft, you are the jerk, and only because you should have asked him if it was okay for you to disclose this information, even if not sharing exact details. It says just Google what you can and try to communicate with them.
Like I said, I think if you went and you're like, just as long as you weren't like, this is them, this is their story, this is how they act,
yeah.
You just like, so what can I expect? Like, what triggers stuff, or
right.
what if they're having an episode?
Yeah. What can I be
or
doing?
if they're really manic, or if they're really depressed,
mm-hmm.
like how do I, stuff like that. But
yeah, a lot of them say soft, you're the jerk, which I didn't even know that was a thing. But it's like you're the jerk, but like not on purpose,
mm-hmm.
Like unintentionally.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I would say the best way to deal with like a mental illness is just to own it or whatever. Seek the help that you need.
Right. Yeah.
But trying to keep it a secret
not anything to be embarrassed about, as long as you're managing it well.
And I would say anybody that's going to treat you different because you have some condition that you can't do anything about
is the jerk.
You don't need them in your life anyways.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, I've got some like very short, like light, funny secret things. Okay. This one says, I can't remember why, but I was mad at my dad for something. As revenge, I added extra chili powder and hot sauce to our family chili. Turns out my family never really added enough seasoning to the chili as it was, and the food actually tasted a lot better as a result of my revenge tactic. I've overcorrected as an adult on seasoning food at times, but I do make a mean chili.
So they overdid it on purpose?
Well, they no, they were mad at their dad.
Right.
And as revenge, they like quote unquote over seasoned the chili, but as it turns out it was better.
Just like regularly seasoned now.
Yeah, and so then they were like, that's our new family recipe now.
Like, and the whole family got the runs, and there wasn't enough toilets, and it was a disaster.
No, that was it. It was just like...
I was like, I only meant to sabotage Dad's chili.
Yeah. It was like a happy accident. Like what's
But
his
then
name?
when he said it was good, everybody went for it.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I couldn't say anything.
You're like,
You just had to let it happen.
yeah, right.
No, I had to eat some. I was going to be the only one.
Yeah. Wait, what? What are you talking about?
Well, if you
Oh.
spike the chili
Yeah.
and everybody's getting sick or something, and you want to be the only one, then everybody's going to know that it was you.
Yeah, that's
Or
true.
you're just going to go to the bathroom and put
pretend.
on an Oscar performance.
I'm dying.
Insert partner. Mr. Editor.
Okay. This one says, as a previous nanny, I've seen many first steps and heard many first words, but I never share that. When I leave, I usually say something like, I think little one is so close to walking or talking. It's a special moment parents deserve, and who am I to take that from them? One baby was walking with me for a full 2 weeks before he showed his new trick to his parents. That's cute. That's like, it's like goes back to what we were talking about earlier, like why share that?
Yeah, you're trying to preserve the...
Why, you know?
Yeah.
Why steal that
Don't
moment
like
from them? There's
them
no
the
reason.
disappointment. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good nanny. Like,
you're not hurting anybody.
yeah, like, yeah, you saw the baby walk, but why do you need to tell the parents that they're going to be upset that they missed it?
Yeah, and then that's something that they'll regret or cherish
Forever,
it goes.
yeah. So it's really sweet of her, I think, to be like, I've seen lots of firsts, and I just never say anything.
Mm-hmm.
It's really sweet.
Yeah.
This one says, I farted in a physics tutoring class consisting of 6 to 10 people, including the tutor. A friend started yelling.
Tutor. Blamed it on the tutor.
Blamed it on the tutor. A friend started yelling about the air conditioner having a bad smell. He suspected a bird or a mouse died there. Finally, we all had to move to continue the class in another room. To this day, no one in this group knows.
Y'all, when you get out of here.
Yeah, they had to move. It was so bad they had to move. They thought animals died in the vents. That was bad.
There was a kid like that in our class. We weren't allowed to say anything. He had like a medical condition.
Oh, like
he just had like really sneaky gas all the time. I don't think he was like lactose intolerant or anything like that. Like he had some IBS or something.
Yeah.
It wasn't like loud or anything. It would just be like.
You can just smell it. Yeah. I'm not allowed to say anything.
Yeah, you'd get written up straight to office and stuff.
Oh,
like
yeah.
his mom was
like...
one of the teachers. And
she's like, you will
he already
not.
had it hard enough. Not usually cool, dude.
He had it hard enough because his mom worked there? Yeah. Listen, teacher kids turn out fine.
Okay? I'm sure. Probably way better than me.
They love being a teacher's kid. Running in the halls after school.
Yeah.
No reason to make fun of a kid because he's a teacher's kid. No response.
I didn't say I made fun of him. I just said he had it hard enough.
That's implied.
I'm sure other people were making fun of him. And he was always farting.
Fair enough. This one says,
You gotta get with the girl that has BO or something. If you're always farting, then guess who's gonna date you?
There was a girl known for BO too? Man, you had a stinky
high
school.
Not in our class.
Oh. Yeah. I don't remember any kids with chronic gas or strong BO. Maybe you have a really sensitive nose.
I had a lot less people in my high school too.
That's true. How many people were in your graduating class?
Like 130 or something.
Oh wow. Yeah.
So many people went and did like not like a GED thing, but where they put like a portable out in the parking lot. You could just go do modules and just
take a test,
get your credits and stuff,
huh.
And graduate early. Like people that maybe their family had a farm or just like school just was not their thing. They would just be in trouble and all the time, like smart or whatever. They could do the stuff, just not doing it.
Yeah.
And so then they could just go knock it out and
not have to sit there.
Yeah. You didn't do that? Do a year in a semester or something like that.
Yeah.
Depending on how hard, it was all at your own pace. So it was depending on how hard you worked and stuff. As long as you were passing the things,
yeah,
you moved on to the next thing.
Not interested? You weren't interested?
No.
Huh.
What was I gonna do?
I don't know. You're like so smart, but you were saying you didn't never like do your homework and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't really care about high school too much.
So why didn't you go do the course where you could get out?
Because I didn't care.
Okay, this next one says, I ate the crumble off the top of my mom's apple crisp and blamed it on the cat. Years after the cat passed, my parents tell the story of how she ate the crumble as a cute anecdote. So it's like the story of the cat is like she ate all the crumble off the top.
They're just like...
And really it was the person, they're like, how I can't ruin the story now.
I would
It's
feel
like the
like at
cutest
some
feeling
point
of a
I
cat.
would tell my mom. That would be hilarious.
What
My
if it
mom
like
would.
broke her heart? Like, oh, I've been telling that story about the cat for years.
Yeah, I think my mom would think it was funny.
You think so?
Mhm.
I mean, I don't know.
I don't know. I'm gonna figure out some things she misses about Miss Kitty, and I'm gonna be like, "That was me all along." See what she says.
Let's see what she says. Yeah, do an
All those dead
investigation.
birds on the porch. That was
Oh
me.
my gosh. I don't think she'll think that's funny. She'll be like, what? Why? Less cute than eating crumble.
You fed me. I wanted to feed you.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Quid pro quo.
This one's cute. It says, I pretend to like every video game my nephew loves. He's so sweet and he always asks me if I like certain video games so I can play with him, and I always pretend I do so we can play together. I don't give a fig. That's what it says. I don't give a fig about video games, but I love spending time with him, and also it's fun to pretend to be a kid and get excited about games. But it's spending time with him that really makes me happy.
There's nothing wrong with that.
I think you keep secrets,
especially
quote unquote,
depending
from
on
your
like
kids.
the age and stuff.
Yeah, like all the time. Earlier,
I think at some point, there has to be like, well, we don't always have to do everything you want to do, or it's like I want to play this game with you, but I don't really like this game.
Yeah.
Or something like
Well,
that.
at some point, yeah, you're not just like doing,
Yeah, but real little, you're just like whatever makes them happy and want to be around you.
Yeah.
While they're super tiny and sweet.
Yeah. Yeah. Earlier, Jackson was.
Before they turn 10 and start rolling their eyes and scoffing.
Slamming cabinets.
And,
yeah. Yeah. Embarrassed all the time.
Yeah.
Earlier, Jackson was talking about how he knows that the tooth fairy is not real. He hasn't connected the dots about the rest of it, but he knows the tooth fairy is not real. And he was talking about how he's not going to say anything because a lot of people in his class still think the tooth fairy is real.
Right.
And I'm like, yeah, we don't ruin things for other people. And he was like, why do they? And I was like, well, sometimes parents just do things, And he looked at me and he was like, what else have you done? That's what he said. And I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. And he was like, okay. Like, he's like, I'm on to you.
Yeah.
But I was like, it's true. Like, you do things for your kids to make them happy when they're little and create magic, because the world is not necessarily magical, and you try to keep that secret as long as possible. Just making it magical.
Because once the bubble bursts, there's no going back.
There's no going back. Noah was mad when he found out there was no Santa.
I'm so mad, Jeff.
Yes. Yep. We did not ruin that for our kids. Someone
and
else
not some
did.
other snot-nosed brat. It was an adult, somebody else's dad.
He did. He texted me and he's like, I'm really sorry. I didn't know. No, I didn't know. I don't remember. They were just like talking about it. And Nate
doesn't say
Nate
anything.
tried to,
Then he gets him in one awkward spot and he just spills the beans.
And Noah was like, Christmas is ruined. Like, I cannot believe this.
And he tried to tell him the elf on the shelf was real, but Santa wasn't.
Yeah, so I had to just be like no. If you're gonna rip the Band-Aid, just rip it all the way off.
Insert the clip of Russell Westbrook going, what?
Who's Russell Westbrook?
A basketball player. Mm-hmm.
He plays for?
I don't know who he plays for right now, if he still plays.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so
Maybe the Lakers? I think he was playing with the Lakers.
For some reason, NBA players are like the people I know the least. I don't know why. Out of all the sports.
Mm-hmm.
And I love basketball. Weird.
They're usually good at basketball, not always great people.
Really? You think out of all the sports, basketball players are the worst people?
I wouldn't say that. I'm just saying.
What do you think out of all the sports? Who's the worst integrity?
I don't know. Like big game hunters that go to Africa and they pay like a bunch of money to shoot stuff that's like tied up or not afraid of people.
Yeah.
I know you're talking about like sports.
Yeah, I was talking about like
net and stuff like that.
Yeah, like really well-paid athletes, but
I don't know. I mean, there's good people and there's bad people, whatever profession you're in, and
That's
stuff
true.
like that. And but I think there is some. It's not everybody. I don't even know if I would say it was the majority or anything like that.
Right.
But there is some kind of like ego and status that comes with that stuff, and then
especially when you're like new money,
people
like
get a little taste of power, and everybody wanting to make you happy and this and that and whatever, and some people get started.
Yeah, some people cannot handle it, like the money and all that.
And they don't care. If you're good at basketball, it doesn't matter if you're a good person.
That's true.
They just want you to play basketball.
Yeah. Well, I hope if my kids grow up to be pro athletes, they remember.
Yeah, and that's a big place to be in because you got millions of kids looking up to you and wanting to be just like you and stuff. So it's like a big responsibility.
Or Dirk.
He does handle it well, yeah.
Dirk he's a great guy. Mm-hmm. Never in any kind of drama or trouble.
Yeah.
Just a good basketball player,
it's
loyal
more than
to
just
the
like
Mavericks.
Donating money and stuff every year.
No, yeah. It's like actually being a good person. Mm-hmm. Not just throwing money at other good people. Anyway. I'll end on, this is the last little funny secret thing. I lost it. I walk around the woods behind my house naked sometimes and pretend I'm unnaked and afraid.
That's cool.
Would you do that?
Is it said around the house?
No, it says there's woods behind their house, and they walk around in the woods naked sometimes and pretend they're unnaked and afraid.
I guess, like, if you don't have neighbors or whatever.
Right. You're not afraid of, like, because you're not unnaked and afraid, so if someone sees you, like...
Yeah.
You know, probably call the cops.
Yeah.
Some crazy person.
All right. I think my neighbor's on drugs.
Yeah. Got any secret... It's like that? Like, that you like to do?
No, I do not.
Not any secrets
you streaking in the backyard.
No. That's good. It was like the woods there for a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty much gone. Good job.
It was a lot.
It was a lot. No secret random things like that?
No. You put me on the spot.
I know. Trying to think. I don't have anything crazy like that either.
No. I just like act way more stupid by myself than I do in front of anybody else.
Yeah. I think I act the most stupid around you even than when I'm by myself.
Well, yeah, so. And you. But even more stupid when I'm by myself.
Really? See, I'm the opposite. I think I'm more stupid around you. I'm just...
I just bring out the stupid in everybody.
Oh, secrets are no fun. Whatever else you said. Secrets...
Get nothing done.
Secrets get nothing done. Loose lips sink ship. I still can't say it. Loose lips sink ships. And what was the last one? You said
snitches get stitches.
Oh, snitches get stitches. Yeah. Secrets don't make friends. That's what it is. I could not think of it, and that was gonna bother me. Oh, yeah. Secrets don't make friends. Friends. Y'all have a good week.
Take it easy.
Tune in next time. Bye.
Peace out.